Hi, welcome to the second episode of Indiana Real Estate News. My hope is that you were so excited after the cliffhanger ending of the first episode that you couldn't wait for this one to come out, and you were busy seeking it out, and here it is. We're also trying out a new studio for this episode, and I think it's maybe slightly above freezing right now, so we're going to try to get through this. I'm your host, Aaron Hinsey, and joining me for this episode is Andy Nash with Clever Inspectors. And if you're clever enough to figure this out, we have an inspector because the theme of this episode is home inspection. So welcome, Andy.
Hey, nice to meet you, Aaron.
Thanks for coming on the show. And as I explained to the viewers in the first episode, I'm kind of new to just about everything, every aspect of real estate, so I apologize in advance if some of my questions seem kind of dumb, but I'm trying to learn things and maybe learn or teach some people in the process. So why is an inspection important?
Well, an inspection is important because as inspectors we examine the house and we determine the overall safety and condition of the house. And also it can be useful, the report can be useful as a tool for negotiation in the buying process.
You have enough common sense to know a lot of what sort of things you look for in your inspections, but what aspects do you look for that maybe the common person wouldn't think about?
Well, we note it's a general inspection of the house, so we look at everything in the house, and it's a visual inspection. We don't do any destructive testing, but we look at the HVAC system, the electrical system, the plumbing system, roofing, foundation, structural, and for any other basic damage in the house.
Are all inspectors created equal? And by that I mean, is there any in other professions background that might help you out with becoming an inspector?
I think so. I started out in the HVAC industry, and it gave me insight into the electrical and HVAC inside homes. And I think that inspectors that didn't have a field in the trades beforehand, they tend to make things seem more serious than what they are. I like to take an easy, laid-back approach and just give it to the clients pretty straight. So
now, say I decided starting tomorrow I wanted to jump in and do whatever I needed to do to become a home inspector. I know there's some type of certification or something, but what exactly would the process be if I was interested in maybe checking out that field?
Yeah, well, actually, if you go to pla.in.gov, you can search for home inspection training courses for the certified ones in the state of Indiana. And I went to Heartland Home Inspection Training School here in Indianapolis, and it's about an 8-day course. And then you take a nationwide test and apply for your license. Okay.
And when you do these inspections, is it like a pass-fail system, or is it grades like in school, or what's the process with that?
Well, we give the client a report, and it'll note all the deficiencies in the house. And basically what it is it recommends that they make changes or repairs to the conditions noted. It's not telling them that they have to by code or anything, it's just a recommendation. So not technically pass-fail, but it does recommend changes.
Okay. And then I've heard a lot lately a trend towards doing some pre-inspections. What exactly is the benefit or significance of that to a seller?
Well, pre-inspections are nice. My company, Clever Inspectors, we recently just started doing pre-inspections, and we're one of the few that I know of that do it. But they're nice because it gives the seller the opportunity to hire contractors themselves, and also it just gives a general view of the possible problems in the house to the sellers, and that way they know how to sell their house better and how to market it better.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place for us to stop then. So thanks again with Andy Nash with Clever Inspectors. If you need or want a home inspection, you can find his contact information at the link below. And speaking of links below, thank you very much once again to our sponsors. Be sure to visit their link and give them all of your money. Stay tuned for our next episode where I will be interviewing a title company, and then the episode after that will be our first quarterly episode. So that's one you definitely don't want to miss. We'll be finding out who truly is number one. Everyone thinks that they're number one, but only one can be one. So you definitely want to check out that one. And here at Indiana Real Estate News, we want what you want. Quality programming that's educational, fun, something where we can all grow together. So we want your feedback. If you have any questions, comments, observations, if you like me better with a beard, let us know at the information below. And we look forward to hearing from you. There are also sponsorship opportunities available and maybe even ways to be on future episodes. So thank you once again for watching Indiana Real Estate News. I'm your host, Aaron Hinsey.